Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. In our top story, the Lime Tree Bay terminals on St. Croix have the capacity to store 32 million barrels of crude oil. The U.S. Coast Guard, Homeland Security, and personnel from the Lime Tree Bay terminals worked collaboratively today to implement as well as effectively respond to any possible scenarios of an oil spill. News 2's Stephanie Brown reports.
Today on the south shore of St. Croix at the Lime Tree Bay terminals, emergency response teams, which included Homeland Security, the Coast Guard, and Vitima, took part in a mock oil spill response drill to assess response techniques for recovering oil spills in a fast current environment.
Planning's been going on for quite some time, not quite a year, but almost a year. And it's very important for Lime Tree Bay to have both the federal government and the local agencies test us and test our procedures to make sure that in the event of a major incident that we're prepared and also know how to work with the agencies that will regulate us.
Lime Tree Bay Terminals is a joint venture of ArcLight Energy Partners and Freepoint Commodities. Both companies invest in the power generation and distribution sector of natural gas, oil, coal, wind, and other renewable energy. Currently, Lime Tree Bay Terminal has the ability to store 32 million barrels of crude oil and petroleum. According to a report filed by the U.S. Coast Guard Oil Spills Response Research and Development Program, the Pollution Incident Simulation and Control Exercise System, also known as PICES, was designed from previous experiences to evaluate industry and agency capabilities to effectively respond to major oil spills.
And there's a mock oil spill that occurs. There's nothing being put in the water, but our responders will go out on scene, onto the water, to practice deploying some boom, deploying things that would capture some of the oil.
Spilled oil can contaminate drinking water, produce harmful bacteria, and desecrate wildlife.
We need to be able to test with the regulatory agencies that are involved here, whether we're prepared or not, and also we'll find learnings and gaps in our procedures and processes that we'll need to fill. So you need to actually go through very thorough exercises like this to ensure that in the event of an incident, which we all hope and pray never happens, but in the event that we're all prepared.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, also referred to as the BP oil spill, was the most recent catastrophic oil spill internationally. The 2010 spill is considered the largest marine oil spill in the history of the petroleum industry. Governor Kenneth Mapp will be holding a press conference at 10 a.m. on Tuesday at Government House St. Thomas to discuss matters related to the recent assessment of Virgin Islands National Guard operations. The news conference will also be broadcast live on Government Access Channel 6, but we will also have that for you. Be sure to tune into News 2 on Tuesday. On August 11th, officers were dispatched at approximately 3:57 a.m. to the vicinity of a state science farm to a reported discharging of shots incident. Officers made contact with a resident who stated that he was awoken around 3:50 a.m. after several gunshots were being discharged in the area. Officers interviewed another resident who stated that he heard the same discharging of shots. The forensic team canvassed the area and observed what appeared to be bullet holes to various parts of the individual resident and shell casings in the roadway. No one was injured during this incident. This case is under investigation by the Criminal Investigation Bureau. If you have any information on this or any other crime, you can call the Criminal Investigation Bureau. The number's right there, 778-2211. You can also call Crime Stoppers or 911. Police also have an update on a homicide, a double homicide arrest. Here's more.
On St. Thomas, responding officers arrived in the area of Value Foods convenience store and observed a male who appeared to have suffered at least one gunshot lying on the steps just outside the business. A few feet away outside the Lake's Chicken Fry restaurant, officers discovered a second male who also appeared to have been a victim of gunshots. Both males were unresponsive and were pronounced dead on the scene. Police are asking anyone with information about these shootings that may lead to an arrest or perpetrator or perpetrators to contact the VIPD at 340-778-2211 or 778-42211 or send an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers USVI, where information can provide or may lead to a substantial financial award. Call 1-800-222-TIPS or www.crimestoppersvi.org or www.p3tips.com. I'm Glenn Drake for Crime Stoppers and the VIPD.
Wanted any information in connection with the organized 2 a.m. August 8 heist and grand theft of 6 vehicles from the Dollar Thrifty car rental. Any information reported to the Crime Stoppers or Dollar Thrifty that results in any vehicle recovery will be rewarded with $1,000 per vehicle cash rather. This case is presently under investigation by the Criminal Investigation Bureau, and anyone having information, you're asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Bureau, 911, or Crime Stoppers, the Chief's Office, or the Commissioner's Office. Now, just in possibly the Nissan TF-J805 that was recovered according to reports. Again, the Nissan TF-J805 may have been recovered. Be sure to count on 2. We will have an update on that. Well, according to released statements from the Virgin Islands Police Department, the Virgin Islands medical examiner has determined that the deaths of 24-year-old Liana Saru and her 2 sons, 10-year-old Jordan and 5-year-old Jeremiah Saru, have been classified as homicide. VIPD has not released any information further informing just how the family was murdered. Liana and her 2 sons were last seen alive on Friday, July 28th at the Lagoon Housing Complex at 5 p.m. Jordan and Jeremiah's bodies were found badly decomposed near the Halfpenny Beach on Tuesday around midday. Liana's body was found on Thursday behind the Mutual Homes housing community in the cistern of an abandoned house. The VI Fire Service is investigating the cause of a structural fire at Sapphire Village condominiums in Red Hook, St. Thomas on Thursday afternoon. Now, firefighters were on the scene fighting that fire and then doing their investigation. They say the fire destroyed the lower level condominium unit. So far, no injuries reported. Be sure to count on 2. We will have an update on the investigation. Residents and private citizens, as well as the government, they continue the cleanup and recovery in the BVI. Flash flooding, as we reported on Monday, left several houses and businesses flooded and multiple roads damaged. Now, the League of British Virgin Islanders say they're standing in support of the government of the BVI residents, family and friends as they recover from the damages incurred during the torrential rains. Now, that's the team right there. President of the organization, Molito Smith Jr., stated a number of members, including himself, they were on Tortola during the flooding event and witnessed firsthand the extensive damage from the east end of the island to the west. The League recognizes BVI Islanders as resilient people, and he said it is most fitting that the level of solidarity and community exercise to fast-track recovery efforts, especially for businesses and educational sectors of society, are taking place during this week when the emancipation is commemorated. He's encouraging everyone throughout each community to show and be of support. The League will contact BVI government officials to ascertain options in assisting the ongoing recovery effort. The League of British Virgin Islanders is a St. Thomas-based nonprofit organization whose purpose is to foster the continued improvement of the Greater Virgin Islands community through scholarship, cultural exchange, and community involvement. Department of Public Works, turn our attention back here to St. Thomas and St. Croix. They're advising the motoring public of projects and road or lane closures that's going on. Now, tonight, the Moravian Highway improvements from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. That's going on. Public Works will continue milling, and that's going on to the Frenchtown Post Office, the westbound lane. Again, that's tonight from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Route 37, which is Hull Bay retaining wall, that work was underway all this week. Now, Route 388, that's the Cokie Point roadway improvement, and stormwater drainage installation from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. That work is taking place to install some stormwater drainage and other things such as sidewalk, curb and gutter installation, and rigid pavement as well. Motorists are asked to seek alternative routes to avoid delays. The Department of Public Works say they're thanking the public for their understanding of the need to close these sections of the roadway. President Trump is continuing his war of words with the regime of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. And Trump on Friday tweeted that the U.S. is, quote, locked and loaded should North Korea act unwisely. He followed that up by retweeting images of U.S. B-1 bombers stationed in Guam. Trump said on Tuesday that if Pyongyang continued threatening the U.S., it would, quote, face fire and fury like the world has never seen. North Korea said in a statement dated Tuesday that it was examining the operational plan to strike areas around Guam. Keeping our eye on the economy, the Trump administration's plans to curb legal immigration could hurt the U.S. economy rather. Two recent studies said the RAISE Act would erase 4.6 million jobs by the year 2040 and shrink the economy by 2%. The White House called the results inaccurate and said Americans can fill in those job losses for foreign workers. The RAISE Act was introduced last week. It would slash legal immigration in half, require English proficiency, and rank possible immigrants based on skill, expected salary, and age. Let's take a look at the numbers. We can see everything up. The Dow 14, NASDAQ 39, S&P 500 up 3. Coming up on News 2, we have some back-to-school news for you. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. Back to school is getting near, and we have some events that kind of lead you up to the first day of school. Well, for instance, United Way of the U.S. Virgin Islands, they're announcing their second annual Stuff the Bus School Supply Drive. Stuff the Bus is a donation drive for new school supplies, which will be distributed by the United Way. Here's more.
Many of us don't know that we have a lot of families that in preparation for school a lot of times have a lot of different things and a lot of expenses, be it uniforms, be it shoes, be it whatnot. And a lot of our children start the first day of school without having the most or the adequate tools that are necessary. So it could be just simply a proper school bag, it could be just pencils, notebooks, just things that they are able to start school with. So we here at United Way of the Virgin Islands has made that a priority so that we can make sure our kids are prepared for the first day of school and that they're not going in feeling that they're without. Here in the territory, you can locally donate to your United Way office. Office in St. Thomas is located at Niski Center. The office in St. Croix is located at Gallows Bay. We're partnered with UPS, so you can drop it off at the UPS locations in the territory, the VI Department of Labor. We're also currently still looking for more sponsors. So if anybody's interested in helping or anybody has an office that would like to take part and jump on Stuff the Bus, please contact our office. You can always call the office in St. Thomas at 774-3185, or you can speak to my Stuff the Bus representative at 626-5464.
Be sure to be part of that. And now on St. Croix, VIA and TS Entertainment, they're presenting Tools for Schools giveaway. That's on Saturday at Barron Spot Village Mall from 1 to 5 p.m. And you don't want to miss this. It's hosted by MC Bogle. VIA sponsored 300 backpacks will be given away, laptops, a chance to win free internet for 3 months for new and existing customers, coupons for free haircuts and more, free Crucian ice, free school supplies, and school uniform raffles, free face painting, costumed characters, and more. Now they say parents must be present with children to receive supplies and prizes, one free backpack per child. So don't miss that. Also, Tutu Park Mall, they're presenting their extravaganza, and there's a DJ Sound Solution. That's Saturday, August 26th, or you can mark that on the calendar, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Lots of singing, dancing, playing instruments, students displaying their talents from middle school and high school, the school uniform do's and don'ts fashion show, so you know what's up for the uniforms. You can see some students model their school uniforms, face painting, balloons, backpack giveaways, and lots of school supplies as well while supplies last. Again, that's coming up on the 26th. Mark that on the calendar. Now tomorrow, back on St. Croix, Saturday, August 12th, the Black Star Management, with the support of donations made by Office Max, the Virgin Islands Waste Management, the Rakeem Christmas Foundation, and Hussein of the Tide Village gas station. Now they will be holding their third annual Back to School Fun Day at Botanical Gardens at the St. George Village Botanical Garden. 500 backpacks filled with school supplies will be provided to attendees. Admission for children under 12 years of age is free. There is a fee for students older than that, $2 for students, adults $5. The event begins at 12, ends at 4. There will be DJs, bouncy houses, and musical appearances from local artists. Also, a 2-night stay at Cheney Bay, dinner for 2 at Unamore Restaurant are just some of the prizes that will be raffled away. Now here's another way you can give back. Parents Matter, you've heard of them. They've been doing this for a while. It's a family support group. Now they will be giving away the uniforms, but first they're collecting some. So the school uniform collection phase is underway. They need items for all schools, and that include the public, parochial, and private school. Turn in unneeded and clean school-related items like clothing, belts, backpacks, bags, ties, copybooks, pencils, pens, etc. to share with neediest families of our community. Undergarments such as vests, socks, etc. will be accepted, but only if brand new. Collections will continue from today until Saturday, August 19th. You can drop them off, sign it off into next to the McGrath Cleaners in Four Winds Plaza, St. Thomas. They're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And again, the distribution phase will be coming up on Saturday, August 26th, and we will remind you of those days. Well, summer camps have wrapped up as well, as now that the back to school event is in. A 6 weeks arts and film summer program kicked off and it ended. And it was for children from 10 to 17 years of age. It was from Monday, June 26th to August 4th. The classes included some audio engineering, video production, graphic design, script writing, photography, and more. Here's from the 340 Dream Studio.
340 Dream Studios this summer was about an audio video program. That's the main focus because that's what we teach here. And through Neptali and Johnny and Abigail and Chill and myself, you know, the children get to explore their creativity. They get to do videos, they get to do their raps, poetry, writing, and then they get to take things that couldn't be and see it become a reality through the audio video.
While this was our first summer program, the kids did have an opportunity to go on various field trips, different locations, and we did our goal, which was to complete a professional song for the kids, and that was accompanied by a professional video. And we will be debuting that video on August 19, 2017 to the general public. So there's something really cool that all the kids, they wrote themselves, they performed it, they acted it out, and as our first year, we're very proud of the accomplishment. We will be doing more things in the community, but you can find us at 340dreamstudio.com, as well as our Facebook page, which is 340 Dream Studios, and you can look out for short films with our company, Caribbean Dreams Network.
That's right, look out for that film and we will share with you that date so you can go out and support the young ones and see what they worked on all summer. Very talented group. Coral Bay Community Council, they held the Compostable Day. 5 restaurants in Coral Bay joined forces with the Coral Bay community to demonstrate that there are practical alternatives to single-use plastic and styrofoam. On Tuesday, August 15th, Indigo Grill, Aqua Bistro, The Thirsty Donkey, Shipwreck, and Pizza Bar in Paradise, all restaurants in Coral Bay, they are going to go plastic-free for one day using only reusable washable items or compostable single-use items like takeout boxes, plates, and eating utensils and cups. Dr. Dave Minner, the Earth Program leader at Gift Hill School, will take the compostable restaurant waste and turn it into compost to use in Gift Hill School's Earth Program gardens, essentially taking restaurant waste and growing fresh fruits and vegetables. That campaign is part of the Coral Bay Council Community Council's solid waste reduction outreach efforts, which includes the composted ad campaign in the VI Daily News and on Facebook pages. Stick around, we have much more straight ahead. Your weather, sports. Stick around.
Well, we had a tropical wave moving across the Virgin Islands for today, and as we go in for a closer look here, you can see with our satellite, a couple of places got doused pretty good with those showers that went through, and you can see now over Puerto Rico where we're seeing a highlighting there with our satellite. Now, for tonight, as that wave continues to push westward, we're going to see only a shower or two around the area with a temperature of 80 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies with a high of 90 in St. John. Into St. Thomas will be at 90 degrees as well with a partly sunny sky. St. Croix tops out at 92, partly sunny skies. If anything, here on the islands, we may see only a stray shower. So as we take a look at our marine forecast for the Atlantic, waves are 2 to 4 feet with an easterly wind of 10 to 15 knots. Same thing on the Caribbean side, 2 to 4 feet are our waves, and our winds out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. Now looking at the extended forecast here, a mostly sunny sky for your Sunday, high temperature of 89 degrees. Only a stray afternoon shower on Monday. Otherwise, we're looking at a clear to partly cloudy sky with a high of 89. Now, by Monday night into early Tuesday, that's when our next wave moves through, and that's going to bring an uptick in the showery weather, and it'll continue into the morning on Tuesday, but then drier for Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday as well. Wednesday, only a stray shower in the forecast with a high in the upper 80s. Sandy?
Thank you. Let's look at the weather there by Janiqua Christian, first grader representing Lockhart Elementary School, sharing both sunshine and a rainbow. Janiqua, with all the moisture in our area, we just may see one. Thank you for your picture. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen and tune in to see it right here on News 2. Stick around. We have more straight ahead. News 2 Sports is coming up next.
I'm Gary Anthony, and this is News 2 Sports. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The VI Summer of Hoops continues. The Paradise Jam Summer Tour has arrived. 11 games during the next 12 days. 10 of the games will be played at the UVI Sports and Fitness Complex. Game 1 is with the VI national team taking on Vanderbilt University at Central High School here in St. Croix on Sunday. Tip-off time is 5 p.m. Team VI head coach Sam Mitchell is excited about this opportunity.
Right now, the first 2 days, I'm not more concerned about Vanderbilt. Obviously, it's good. The guys get a chance to play against some other people, but it's me getting to know the players, trying to figure out what we could do offensively, defensively. It seems like we got a lot of young talent this year, a lot of interchangeable parts. So the key is going to be how we intertwine these guys and get them on the same page as soon as possible. And the good thing about it is we got a couple of weeks to practice before we go over to Argentina and start play. So I'm excited about the talent level we got. They seem like a fine group of young men. Now I got to do my job and get to know them better, and then try to put them in situations where they can be successful. We want to get up and down the court. We want to spread the floor. Look like we're not going to be a big team, so we're not going to scare people with our size. But from talking to a dream and running, we're going to have a chance to put the ball on the floor, spread the floor, attack the basket. And we got some shooters this year, so hopefully we can create opportunities, get some wide open shots, get some easy baskets. The most important thing for us is going to be defense and rebounding. We got to be solid on that end, and if we can make enough shots and play good defense and rebound, then I like our chances. We're excited to be here in the Virgin Islands. Come out on Sunday. Vanderbilt's a very good NCC team. Come out and watch the young men of Virgin Islands represent this island, these islands well, and cheer us on the way. So hopefully when we go to Argentina, we can come back and have qualified for the next stage and hopefully get to the Olympics one day.
Remember, tip-off is at 5 p.m. and admission is only $5. So come on down and make that gym rock. Sticking with round ball, the Greater Adventure Fundamental Basketball Camp had their closing ceremony showcase and awards last night at a packed house at the Bashalti Junior High Gymnasium.
I've been coming to the camp for about 5 years now. It feels really good because when I walk into the doors, I know that I'm going to be having fun, I'll be working out and just getting better every day. And now is when I really tried to put in the work to win Camp of the Year, so it feels great that all the work that I put in, it finally pays off.
As you know, this is our 16th year doing the camp, and we're just so happy to be able to do it once again here in the Virgin Islands. The camp went well. Like most camps, you have some challenges trying to get the younger age groups to focus and develop all the different skill levels required to play the game. So learning the fundamentals was the key. But I'm happy with the overall outcome of the camp, and we look forward to doing it again in the future.
My name is Deshaun Thomas, president and founder of Determined Athletics. It means a lot to me to give back to, you know, his roots and where he's from, and really learn the culture here in the Virgin Islands. So I'm really happy and excited that I was a part of this camp, and I look forward to being a part of it in the future.
That's it for sports. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Go VI, go. Sandy, back to you.
Thanks for that, Gary. Congrats to all of our athletes. Great Adventure Camp, doing a great job there. We are ready to kick off the weekend now that we know what the weather is going to be like. Emmett P. is standing by to tell us what's happening for the weekend.
And welcome to Best Craft Cocktail Lounge. Here at Best Craft Cocktail Lounge, we specialize in craft cocktails, obviously, all things spirits, and in very good food. We do small plates, but what we really want you to come here for is not so much the food and the drink, but for the ambiance, the atmosphere, and the good company and the good people that you'll meet. You know, the vibe in Best is very intimate. It's eclectic music, it's low lighting, good food, amazing drinks, and really good people. My clientele are some of the best people in the world. I mean, that's really just the Crucian people in general. So come on down, bring your friends, and have a good weekend at Best Craft Cocktail Lounge. I'll see you soon.
Now for your weekend guide. Friday, St. Croix. Regal Dynasty presents a big costume launch. Saturday, it's a summer pop-up party featuring Pressure and DJ Cypher at Fat Turtle. Sunday, it's the Mommy and Me workshop presented by Miss Naturalista. Workshop includes style demonstrations, free glam bag, regime building. Best of all, it's free. Just call 713-5465 to reserve your space and for more information. St. Thomas, it's your favorite adult party, Virgin Sundays, featuring the Road March champions, Spectrum Band. Party is going to be incredible. Fresh food off the grill, drink specials, plus much more. Next week, MT Security and Euphoria Carnival Troupe presents big parking lot food sales. Clayton Laurent has his big debut fight, and it's the classical old school party at the Wyndham Sugar Bay. Best of all, TS Promotion and Via presents the Tool for Schools Back to School giveaway. Whatever you decide to do, be safe, have fun, and keep it blessed.